Hello.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Golden.
Golden. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. We are at taxiing. Or actually, let's grab the ATIS really quick. And that expires January 28th. Cool. Continue. And we'll grab ATIS. 119425.
Files on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
X-ray.
Glendale Airport information X-ray, time 2150 Zulu, wind calm, temperature 18, dew point -7, altimeter 3018. Expected visual approach, runway 1 in use. Advisories, Luke Special Light Traffic Rule active, Glendale Tower at reduced manning, expect limited practice approaches and pattern work, runway 1 Tappy's out of service, runway 1 Reels out of service. Files on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
We've got X-ray. Go over to tower, we'll put our altimeter, it was 3018, 3018, enter. Cool, we got our taxi chart up, and we have done everything. Engine gauges, brakes, taxi RPM, and flight instruments, we'll verify those are all good as we taxi out. And yeah, we'll zoom in on the chart a little bit, and let's taxi up to the...
Why does this keep sliding over?
Oh, no worries, don't you worry about it. Because when the propeller's spinning like this, it's just kind of, the wind's
blowing
hitting all those, yeah. And we'll be departing to the south today. Clear left, clear right. Huh, they're using runway 1. Looks like we got a little bit of a tailwind. That's weird. They use 1 here like all the time.
Little bit of a tailwind.
Yeah.
How can you feel that?
Windsock.
Oh. So
I
what
don't
way
feel
it's
it.
going?
So the wind's blowing that way, which
So
is we're
it's
taking
tail.
off that way.
Yeah.
We'll see, it looks kind of just crosswind though, it's probably light and variable. Well, they said calm, so we shall see. Glendale ground, RV 412, Foxtrot Charlie at the North Hangars with X-ray, southbound departure.
RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, Glendale ground, runway 1, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 1 via Alpha, 412 Foxtrot Charlie. Alright, runway 1 via Alpha, and we'll keep an eye out for the hot spot at Alpha 5. We'll make a right turn on Alpha and taxi down to runway 1, the longest taxi ever. And we are clear. Doesn't look like there's any other planes out right now.
X-ray 16 off X-ray, runway 1, clear to land.
Oh, just that guy, Golf X-ray. Somewhere out there. Oh, I see him. Got the Hobbs time, got our fuel. We're good to go. See that helicopter blade spinning over there?
So pretty out.
It's quite pretty. Pretty.
Pretty, pretty.
Here's the hot spot. We got no other traffic.
Traffic clear.
I like where your head's at. Always looking for traffic. Weird when you see planes when you're flying how small they are.
I know.
Because you're actually most of the time pretty far away. No matter how close this makes you look.
It makes you look real close though, and then I'll be like, wait, that's way smaller and way further than I was expecting.
Yeah. But it's always
I guess
good
that's better.
Yeah, it is. It's always good though to like see a plane on here and like get it visually, because then you can actually
While it's
know.
still far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They teach you like the method to scan for planes is like every 10, you just move your eyes in like 10-degree sections. So like kind of just look out and scan the whole sky so you make sure you got everything. That wheel is squeaky.
Is that bad?
No. Ever since they kind of replaced the wheels on this, it's been a little squeaky like that.
But that's not bad.
No.
It's on there fine.
Yeah. It's on there fine. You check that when you do your pre-flight, you make sure the cotter pin, which is this little pin that holds the wheel in, you make sure that's all on there and all the bolts are tight and stuff. That's when you see me get down like and look at the wheels under there, that's what I'm looking for. When I was flying the other day, when you didn't come with me, I think it was like 2 days ago, all these little birds right here, there was like when I was coming into land, I was like probably 100 or 200 feet up, and like a swarm of them went right in front of me, and I was like, ugh! And I thought I was going to hit one, like for sure, but none of them got hit. I didn't hear anything.
Nice square 16 Golf X-ray, monitor ground, taxi depart.
We'll slide over here and do a run-up. Straighten out the wheel, and let's get to our run-up checklist. We're done with this, we can switch over to our chart. Big knob, switch it over one. There you go. And zoom in a little bit too. That's right there. Run up, brakes hold, flight controls check. Up left, down right, up right, down left, up, down, left rudder, right rudder. Those all are free and correct. Flight instruments check and set. We'll cruise out of here at 2,500 initially, and then we'll climb up once we get out there a little ways, like past the gap. And we'll transition through Goodyear's airspace just to go straight through. Fuel valve is down and on. Fuel quantity, we have 19 gallons, showing the same back there. Canopy is checked and latched. And we'll do our run up now, so we'll go to 4,000 RPM and we'll cycle the ignitions. And make sure the ammeter's charging as well. So stick back, 4,000 on the RPM. There's 4,000. We'll go ignition A, down to like 3970, and ignition B, 3980. And we'll check, ammeter is charging. Boom, boom, stabilizer back, did that, ignition's good, instruments check, we'll make sure no fuses are lit, the ammeter was charging. Throttle idle, fuses check, we just did those, fuel pressure is normal, it's at 5.1. Seat belts are fastened in snug, you got your snug, all good. That was Victor Alpha, I bet. That squeaker. Takeoff briefing. So we're gonna just go out here, do a normal takeoff, rotate at 55, climb out at around 85 or so. If anything were to happen on the runway, we'll stop, get off the runway. If we're up and we have remaining runway left, we'll land on the runway. And if we're up and don't have remaining runway left, we'll go straight ahead, 30 degrees either way, whichever looks the best. Cause I know there's fields out that way, and we got fields this way too. If we're like in the downwind or something, we'll come back here. And anywhere else, yeah, we'll hit the openest field, smoothest field we can find. And before takeoff, strobes, landing lights are on, transponder is on, VFR trim is set for takeoff, flaps will go to the first detent, Canopy is latched, and then takeoff normal, and then after takeoff we'll do our cruise checklist once we're up. So we are good to go. We'll pull up and we'll call tower. Before we do that, we'll swap over to tower's frequency. Boom, we'll put it in Goodyear's frequency, which is 120.1. Glendale Tower, RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, holding short Alpha 1 at runway 1 ready.
RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, Glendale Tower, right downwind departure approved, runway 1 clear for takeoff.
Right downwind approved, runway 1 clear for takeoff, 412 Foxtrot Charlie. And final is clear, we're good to go. Engine instruments are in the green, airspeed's alive, we'll rotate at 55. There's 55. Flaps coming up at 75. Flaps coming up. Trim down just a little bit. We'll turn crosswind at 1,800 feet, which is 300 below pattern altitude. A little bumpy today. Coming up on 1,700 and 1,800, we'll turn crosswind. Clear to the right. It's clear today, look at that, no haze, you can see the city and everything. And we'll turn downwind. Climb into 2,500. Coming up on 2,500 here in a second. And we're about there, we'll go ahead and lower the nose. Gain a little speed. And we'll pull the power back. Trim down. And we'll do our cruise checklist. Since we're cruising now. Level off, flaps up, they are up. Throttle as required, trim is required, and engine gauges, we'll keep monitoring those.
RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 412 Foxtrot Charlie. Alright, we're clear to switch over to Goodyear's Tower. Goodyear Tower, RV 412, Foxtrot Charlie, about 6 miles to the northeast, 2,600, would like a transition southbound.
RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, Goodyear Tower, transition at or above 2,500 over Goodyear airspace is approved. Goodyear altimeter 3017, Luke Special Air Traffic Rule active.
Alright, we'll stay at or above 2,500, altimeter is 3017 and the SATR is active, 412 Foxtrot Charlie. We'll go in here and we'll put this at 3017, enter. So that's Goodyear Airport right there. And then that circle right here, see that blue dashed one? That's the airspace he just cleared us to go through. At or above 2,500.
Helicopter 3 Golf Tango, talk to you in a bit.
Copter 3 Golf Tango, see you then.
See Saddle Mountain way out there?
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna go today. A little bumpy today. Not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
Got 3 knots from like right at this direction, and we're doing 103 knots over the ground. We're cruising pretty good. They have a bunch of big jets over at Goodyear.
Everything from above just looks so wild.
I know, it's cool. I like it. I love watching mountains go by.
Yeah.
There's not a single cloud in the air. Whoa. That's that Eagle. As we've been flying out here, been watching the wind, you can see it, actually, wait, whoops. Now you got the same stuff I have. So you can see right here, that's our wind. We have 7 knots out of that direction. So the wind is blowing from that way to that way at 7 knots up here. And if you watch, it's been switching around the whole time we've been flying out here. That's why it's probably kind of bumpy. Got all different kinds of wind going on. And we're clear of Goodyear's airspace now. So we'll put in 128925, which is the Rainbow Valley frequency, and we'll be on that basically until we get over closer to Buckeye. And we'll wait and just see if they give us a frequency change. But we're out of their airspace, so we can go ahead and swap over. And we'll climb to up to 3,500. No frequency change. Rainbow Valley traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, crossing the gap southbound, 2,700, climb in 3,500. And 3,500. Quiet today. Not many people out.
I know, I was looking at that. Flying makes me so like calm and comfortable.
Really? That's good. See if the Buckeye AWAS is up. It's 119625.
Mercury, remarks, density altitude, missing.
Attention Buckeye area traffic. Frequent skydiving operation in effect at the airfield. Please be vigilant of skydivers to the east of the field.
Copy that.
Buckeye Municipal Airport.
Automated weather observation 2237 Zulu. Wind 150 at 4 knots. Visibility missing. Present weather missing. Sky condition missing. Temperature 19 Celsius. Dew point -6 Celsius. Altimeter 3018 inches of mercury. Remarks.
Attention Buckeye area traffic. Frequent skydiving operation in effect.
The AWAS. Yeah, so Buckeye Airport is, it's that one when we drive out the side of the mountain, I always see, like, look at those airplanes out there. It's that airport. I was going to go do a touch and go there. I've never landed there before. It's an uncontrolled airport, so basically you make, what runways do they have? Let's see. Actually, whoops. Go back to that. Pull up on this real quick. This is why the iPad is so handy. We'll go to 4 flight, and let's go Buckeye. So they have runway 35 and runway 17. So the wind was 150 at 4, so we'll definitely be going 17. That will give us like a pretty good angle on the wind there. And Buckeye Airport, if we go to airports, Okay. Where is it at? KBXK. Runway 17 is right traffic and runway 35 is left traffic, and that's to keep us off the east side of the airport because of the skydiving operations they have going on out there. So basically any planes they want come in, you don't want to be flying on the east side of the field because that's where the skydivers are landing. So we'll probably just hang out. We'll go way out kind of to the west a little bit. We'll enter on 45 for the downwind on runway 17. And we'll just make some calls as we're going in. And the Buckeye frequency is 122975. So we'll go 122975. We're about 10 miles to the southeast. Go ahead, cruise this way a little bit. There's this little airport, this Farm Ag, right there. I think you can see it right up in those fields there. Kind of a little dirt runway. It's for the agricultural planes, so like the crop dusters and stuff. And then I got Buckeye Airport off up there as well. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can kind of see the hangars and stuff up that way.
What's that?
That's just an airway showing that there's traffic coming in at 15,000 to 7,000 feet, probably descending into Phoenix. That's not like an actual plane that's on there.
Oh.
Actual planes on there, they'll look like this.
I know what they normally, that's why I was like, wait.
Yeah, no, don't, that's nothing to worry about. We'll just listen and see. And it's a 2,000 foot pattern altitude there, so we'll start descending in a little bit. And we'll give them a call right now just to let them know we're on our way in. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is about 8 miles to the south. We're going to be swinging out and joining the downwind for 17 on a 45. Buckeye traffic. We can start a slow descent. We're within like 7 miles of the airport.
Buckeye traffic, 9168 Uniform, Echo, departing runway 17, Buckeye.
Alright, so there's a guy departing 17 right now. We'll keep an eye out for him. And descent and approach throttle, reduce...
Buckeye traffic, gyro 574 Bravo Juliet, clear all runways, Buckeye.
Okay, so he's clear. Descent, we got the AWAS airspeed, we'll watch that, engine gauges monitor, and we'll flaps up above 82, so below 82 when we're on the approach, being our touchdown point, we will put the flaps down. So we'll start descending, we'll go down to 2,000 feet, which is the pattern altitude at Buckeye. Lots of farm fields out here. So pretty.
Very pretty.
You can see the guy who just took off out of Buckeye, he's right there. So he's going to be heading south. And That could be a skydiving plane, you never know. You can see the Buckeye Airport.
There's parachute right there.
Yeah, that's where they do it, so they do it on the east side of the airport. See Buckeye Airport out there?
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go do a touch and go. So we'll go land there and then swing out and go to Saddle Mountain and then we'll head back. So there's ways you enter traffic patterns at uncontrolled airports too, just to kind of keep everyone safe. So instead of us just going right there, we're going to swing out and then we're going to enter the downwind on a 45.
Does that change according to like what, sometimes when you switch airways at certain airports, like the way you're going, does that switch
so for this,
come in?
Basically, are you asking like which runway you're landing? Like different directions?
Like, you know how when we were stopping at Deer Valley last time and they were like switching runways?
Yeah.
So like they switch opposite directions, right?
It depends. Yeah, some of them will have like a left pattern on the one runway and a right pattern on the other. This one is that way, to where whatever pattern you're flying, it keeps you from that side of the field. So that's why we're going to swing out this way and come in that way, so we don't ever overfly that east side, which is where the skydivers are.
But is it always that direction when you come in, or does it ever change?
No, it changes. It depends on the airport. If there'll be markings at an airport, and that's why I looked up the iPad. It kind of tells you what it is. But also, there's markings on the ground that you can see. All right, let's see how close we are. We're about 4 miles to the southwest. We'll give them another call. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, about 4 miles to the southwest. We'll be joining the downwind for 17 on a 45, and we'll be doing a touch and go and departing to the west. Buckeye traffic. We got one guy out there, he's about 1,500 feet above us, so we'll keep an eye out for him as well. And then some guy that just departed, he's out that way. He's kind of off our wing out there. Oh, I see him. He's right in the mountains out there. See that white dot in the mountains? I got him in sight. He's way out there. Alright, so we're about pattern altitude and we'll be heading in for a 45 on the downwind for 17. Keep an eye out for skydivers too out here. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, we're on a 45, about to join the downwind for 17, Buckeye traffic. You can see how we're at a 45-degree angle to the airport. We're going to come in, we'll straighten out, and then we'll just go in and fly a nice little pattern. So honestly, we can start turning downwind here in a second. Keep an eye out for the traffic that's right up here in front of us. He's 1,700 feet above us. There's fighter jets right there. Alright, we'll start joining our downwind. And that guy's still 1,800 feet above us. And we're at 2,000 feet, pattern altitude for Buckeye. Wind is showing about the same too as what it is down there according to that truck's dust. Got someone above us, 1,800 feet above us flying over. Oh, he's got him right there. See him?
Yeah.
Alright, no factor. And we'll start slowing down a little bit. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is midfield downwind for 17. And we're beam our touchdown point about, so we'll go ahead and slow it down to under 80 and we'll put the flaps in. You can see our speed right here, that's our altitude. Flaps are in, and we're beam the threshold. And we'll give a call and return to base and a call and return to final. Looking for us to be about a 45-degree angle to the end of the runway before I start a turn. So we're about there now. So I think once we hit the freeway, we'll go ahead and turn over. Leave an altitude and we'll start a turn. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is turning base for 17. We'll be doing a touch and go and departing to the west.
When can we fly to Sedona?
Sometime.
I feel like that would look so cool.
It would be pretty cool. Alright, we'll slow down, we'll keep it about 75 and we'll start a final turn here soon. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, turning final 17. Buckeye traffic. We'll look for about 65 knots on the descent here. That's a cool looking runway, I like this.
Crazy how close you seem to the ground when you look out this way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Thank you. Hold the wheelie and we'll drop it down. And we'll go. And 55, rotate. And 75, flaps up.
That's a huge helicopter.
Yeah, it is. It's a cute little airport here. Buckeye! Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, upwind to runway 17, will be departing to the west. Buckeye traffic. We'll climb up to, we'll go to 300 feet below pattern altitude, 1700, and we'll head to the west.
That's the west?
That's the west. That's a cool airport, I like landing there.
Cute.
Alright, turn to the west, head over to Saddle Mountain. Doesn't look like there's any other airplanes in the vicinity. Not all airplanes out here will show up on our screen though because we're out of the Mode C area, so they could show up on here, they most likely will, but we ought to always keep an eye out for air traffic out here. That's where the scanning every 10 degrees comes in. Buckeye traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, departing to the west. Last call, Buckeye traffic. Yep, and we'll just climb back up. We'll go, let's say, 3,500 will be cool. That was fun, I like landing there. That's a cool, I love the airports that are just off in the desert like that. They look cool when you're coming into them.
They do. smell funny in here?
Like gas? It's because the gas tanks in our... That's pretty normal.
That's not good for us to smell though, is it?
We got circulation going, it's fine. It's just when you bounce around or do stuff, it kind of sloshes. Alright, we'll go back to the frequency out here, which is the Rainbow Valley frequency, and we'll just kind of stay on that. And we are approaching 3,500. And we'll do our cruise checklist again. Level off, flaps up, they're up. Throttle, 5,000 RPM, trim is required. We'll check the engine gauges and everything is looking in the green.
Where's Saddle Mountain?
Straight ahead, see the saddle?
Oh. Are we flying over it?
Yeah, we'll go fly around it. Get a good look. I've seen it from the ground a lot.
Yeah.
I figured let's go check it out from there.
Yeah. We're gonna be so hungry.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
I was literally thinking that.
This is a nuclear power plant right here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh,
Oh,
that was some bones.
and not going this direction.
Good job. That's what's up. At least it's not head on or directly tailwind, so we're going back, we won't be flying into like a headwind. There are some little airports out here.
Really?
Yeah, you can see them like that one right there, we're kind of heading right towards it. Restricted though, that's what the R means. So it means that someone owns them.
Tonopah is restricted too?
Yep, someone owns it. It's like someone's airport.
That's dope.
I think, honestly, that one Malden right there, you can see the strip right down there in the ground. And then there's another one up in Tonopah somewhere. See that road with the bend in it right there?
Yeah.
That's the road we drive in and then we go that way. And then there's Saddle Mountain. Yeah. We drive by all these houses up here, or all the little things. There's the RV park out there.
And there's the freeway. Yeah.
If we have a bush plane or like a plane with big wheels, you could just come land anywhere out here and take
Really?
fire agates, yeah.
Want to get fucked up by all the little cactuses?
You'd probably just land in an area that wouldn't be, but no, the big tires that they put on those planes, they don't get fucked up by anything. They can romp over rocks, like people land them in Alaska and rivers and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can really romp with those. You can pretty much do anything.
Stomping.
They're low pressure too, they're squishy big tires, so you can just go over anything. Crazy how smooth it looks out here though. Cold? You hot?
No, I just was closing this a little bit.
Here. There we go. I'll close this one a little too. A little chilly. That's nice. So here's Saddle Mountain. A lot quicker to fly than drive. And we stopped.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man, I don't see any other planes out here at all. We'll go out this way and we'll circle around this way and then come back. That's a pretty mountain. Look at the mountain lines out here too. That's that one that I always love right there. It's so jagged and just crazy.
I love jagged. I love how all of these lines look like little roots of the earth.
Yeah, all the rivers.
Yeah, it just looks like little roots.
It is crazy.
I want to, it would be so cool to go to, Sedona, rent this for, a little while, go to Sedona, land, get lunch.
There's a restaurant at the Sedona airport.
It's so cool.
People do it. I saw someone on the books not too long ago that did it.
We should do it.
I think it takes about 4 hours or so.
It takes 2 hours to get there?
No, to rent the plane, you a 4-hour rental. I think that's what you need. Because it probably is an hour or something to get up there.
I think Jay said it was 45 minutes.
I bet it would be closer to an hour in this plane. They're a little slower. You just have to make sure the weather's good, because that's the biggest thing, because it's a high altitude airport. So you want to make sure you're going on a day where it's going to be kind of colder up there. The density altitude will be lower, so you're not you actually can climb pretty good.
Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, I would talk to my instructor. I'd probably ask him a couple things what would you need to do and what you'd want to look out for, and just kind of plan, maybe have him go over my flight plan with me. But yeah, it's no different than this. It's basically just a big cross country flight. Wow, that's pretty. Should take some pictures.
Oh.
Actually, that's probably a little turbulence from the mountain.
I keep getting that smell. It's like giving me a headache.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, most planes don't have gas cans in the cockpit.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Most planes have them in the wings. That's pretty.
So pretty.
Just loosen to the left. There you go, you can slide it back. Yeah, you can put that back now. Our way back will be clear of the sun. Ah, that opens it up. Wow.
I know, I really like it.
Feels a lot more open. There are a lot of people camping out there right now?
Yeah. A lot? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's like the spot to camp out here. It's so cool. You can just ride wherever too.
Whoa.
That freak you out? Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love. The new moon tonight, tomorrow is when it's going to be mostly.
So it'll be no moon at all?
Yeah, and then only 1% of it. But it's a new moon. It literally goes till the 14th. So like, literally 3 days of it. That's crazy.
That looks like a little airport right down there too.
Oh yeah.
Looks like there's a hangar off the end. We're just going to follow this road right here and kind of go out that way and then we'll swing back in. This will take us around Buckeye. I see one person out there at Buckeye Airport. See that little white thing out there? A little white needle sticking up out of the ground?
Yeah.
That's a VOR. You can see it right here, the Wintersburg VOR. It's
What's
like
that?
it's a thing that they use to navigate. It's kind of an old school way of navigating for airplanes.
Huh.
It's just crazy that they're just out there. There's so much stuff, like so many of things for aircraft out there that you don't even know about.
There's another place with parachutes right there.
Where?
Or is that Buckeye?
That's Buckeye. So maybe they put the parachute on the side that they do it at.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Looks like it.
Someone just took off out of Buckeye.
Yeah, they're going
Oh, I
that
see
way.
him right down there in the dirt. Little white dot cruising that way. Yeah, it's a skydiver plane.
It'd be really cool to night fly and see all, like, out this thing and see all the stars and the...
When you do your private pilot's training, you have to do night flying, so that's one of the things you have to do. I think I'm going to try to do that, like, sometime this year. Get my private pilot.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
It would. And you can do more with it.
Yeah, you can do more. Go fly at night and stuff like that. You can also fly planes that have, like, more than 2 people, too. We'd have to get a plane, though. My dad needs to get a plane.
Your dad sounds like he's ready.
He definitely does. You see the stadium way out there?
Yeah.
That big, bright, shiny thing?
Uh-huh. We're over that way.
Yeah, we're just to the west of that. Rainbow Valley traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is about 5 miles south of Buckeye Airport, and we're headed east to the Gap. Rainbow Valley traffic. I love all these farmlands out here. Moved out as we went this way.
Yeah, I did.
start a descent here in a second down to 2,500. Rainbow Valley traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is descending out of 3,500 down to 2,500, and we're just west, 4 miles west of the cattle sheds and bound for the gap. And let's grab the ATIS for Glendale.
Glendale Airport information, Yankee time 2255 Zulu, wind calm, temperature 18, dew point -7, altimeter 3017. Expect a visual approach runway 1 in use. Advisories, Luke Special Air Traffic Low active, Glendale Tower at reduced manning, expect limited practice approaches and pattern work. Runway 1 Pappy's out of service, runway 1 Reel's out of service. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Yankee.
We have Yankee. And let's just skirt up through, we won't go through Goodyear's airspace, we'll go around it. I can't believe there's no one else out here right now. We're the only plane. I wonder where Victor Alpha went. I bet that is Adam though, right there where it says VFR. Look at all the cows right here down below you.
I missed it.
What?
I was gonna get it while you were turned that way.
Look at all the cattle down there.
Oh yeah.
How high do you think we are above the ground?
1,000.
We're 1,000 feet above the ground right now. Look at that one little tree out there. I love that.
I know. There's one right down here too.
That is like the stuff that inspires my paintings of the small cactuses. I love how that looks. This is that sketchy little town we see when we drive out here. Always looks like something weird is going on there.
Breaking Bad.
How you feeling?
Are we going that way or are we going up and over?
Oh, we're gonna go right. That's the gap right there, so we're gonna go up through the gap.
Yeah.
But we're gonna fly over PIR, so we miss Goodyear's airspace. We'll go around Goodyear's airspace instead of going through it. I always go through it, so let's try going around it. And just while we're doing this, we'll get our descent and approach checklist. Throttle, ATIS, we got the ATIS, airspeed as desired, engine gauge will monitor those, flaps up above 82, and then landing. Landing lights are on, fuel is good, we checked that, seatbelts are fastened, brakes firm, then release. Feel good. And ignition switches are on, and flaps as desired. The town has a lake there. 2 lakes.
Yeah. And a pool, a huge pool.
It does have a huge pool, that's crazy. Might get a little bumpy as we go through the gap here. You see the wind is coming from right where the mountains are. We'll stay to this side of the gap a little bit. Rainbow Valley traffic, RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie is crossing the gap, northbound 2500, last call, Rainbow Valley traffic.
Can't wait to take these headphones off my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Take your glasses off. Why?
Too bright.
But not this way though. Not at all.
I know, I just don't want to. It doesn't, back doesn't relieve it much. It's not right there. It's, they grab underneath here, like really tight.
Huh. Need to get a set of bows.
I just have a big fat head.
Not really, your head's tiny.
Growing up, people always picked on me because I had a big head.
You're funny. Yeah, these headsets really do make a difference.
Window Tower, 41 is to the runway at Alpha 2, I'd like to head north on Alpha.
Airport 1, roger, proceed northbound on Alpha.
Airport 1, cruise north on Alpha.
Window Tower, experimental 382 Kilo Bravo, holding short, runway 1, ready for takeoff.
That's Adam.
Experimental 382 Kilo Bravo, report right mid-so downwind, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Runway 1, clear for takeoff, experimental 382 Kilo Bravo.
Kilo Bravo. Here's PIR. the raceway, the what's it called?
The racetrack.
The NASCAR racetrack, yeah. So we'll go over that and we'll call Glendale Tower and tell them we're there. So this puts us around Goodyear's airspace. Alright, we'll give them a call. Glendale Tower, RV412 Foxtrot Charlie is over PIR or inbound with Yankee, full stop.
F41, roger. RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, make straight in approach runway 1, report crossing the I-10.
Straight in for runway 1 and we'll report when we're crossing the I-10, 412 Foxtrot Charlie. Straight in, runway 1, report I-10.
Glendale Tower, experimental 382, Kilo Bravo, midfield.
Experimental 382, Kilo Bravo, runway 1, cleared to land.
Runway 1, clear to land, 382, Kilo Bravo.
Oh, there's a Hawk right there, it went right over us. So here's the I-10. We'll call them once we cross this. As we're crossing it, I guess. And I got Adam in sight out there. He's just turning base now. I saw his plane glisten. Swing out this way and make straight in for runway 1. Glendale Tower, RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, crossing I-10.
RV412 Foxtrot Charlie, number 2, following traffic, short final, full stop, runway 1, clear to land.
Traffic in sight, number 2, clear to land, 412 Foxtrot Charlie, runway 1. Got Adam in sight up there, and we'll start slowing down. And there's 80. We'll go ahead and put 1 notch of flaps in. Adam's about to get off the runway.
Experimental 382 Kilo Bravo, remain its frequency, runway 1, taxi to Alpha.
Runway 1, taxi to Alpha, 382 Kilo Bravo.
And we'll slow down to about 65 now. There's 65, and we're gonna slide it on in.
Nice. Boom.
RV 412 Foxtrot Charlie, when able, turn left, monitor ground taxi to park.
Turning left now, we'll monitor ground taxi park, 402 Foxtrot Charlie. Clear. Put our flaps up, on the ground. We'll put our trim back to takeoff.
Experimental 382 Kilo Bravo, report right midsole down and runway 1 clear for takeoff.
I can pop the canopy if you want. No? I like that little yellow and white one right there. For old planes. What, the brown one?
Mm-hmm.
You like that? You can buy those for like 20 grand. They're terrible. This is way cooler.
I know, I was meaning like it just looks like an old
The color is
school,
cool, yeah.
like plane from like the 50s or something.
That probably is a 50s. That probably is a 1950s Cessna 150, I bet. Or
I was going to
152.
say, is that a Cessna? Jay's dad has a Cessna.
Yep, the Cessnas are the high wing ones.
Yeah, he said it's horrible.
There's out of... Why is it horrible?
He said now that he has Odin, he would never go up in it.
Why?
Because he just said they're horrible planes.
They're not horrible planes.
That's what he said.
His dad's might be. It might be an old shitty one.
Yeah, he said his dad's was just really old, and he's like, I won't even let Odin in it.
Yeah, it probably is old and shitty. That's what my dad wants to get though. He wants to get like a Cessna 182 or something, like a nice, one of the bigger ones. It's be able to go with like 4 people, and then he wants to build an RV.
Doesn't that have the wings on top?
It does, but it's not bad actually. It's actually kind of cool. You can see below you a lot. Like you can't see when we're looking out. Like you can't see directly below you. There's just trade-offs with both of them, but they're not bad. They're cool.
That's a cool one.
That's a Sonics.
Taking these off.
It looks nice and clean when there's no one in here. Oh shit.
Experimental 32 Kilo Bravo, runway 1, clear to land.
Alright, and shut down. Throttle, ELT, ignition, avionics, master. So throttle idle, ELT is off, ignitions, avionics,